Hello guys, it is me, Strawhead Ninja 89, and here to do a video for NA3 City. Wow, this is actually the first. Wow, I know guys, it's been a long time since we did NA3 City, and for some reason I've noticed we haven't been doing videos in the past 2 to 3 weeks on our channel. Well, there's been some stuff going down. I mean, not some seriously bad stuff, but you pretty much the group has been pretty much busy for a while, doing their own thing, and etc., etc. So we unfortunately we were going to do a live stream like last weekend, but unfortunately that didn't really work out. Because King Ace actually had some Boy the Cartoon, King Ace, whatever you want to call him now. Technically, he had some kind of family reunion thing, like some kind of party, so we were going to do it, but unfortunately that kind of got in the way of our plans, so we tried to do the live stream and whatnot, but that didn't work out. Don't worry guys, hopefully whenever we can do it during the weekend, don't worry, don't panic, we'll get to that pretty soon. I know you guys want to hear our awesome random opinions, because the way we always go. I mean, yeah, we're probably not going to make it like really long, but we can't keep our promises. Of course, we know how we roll when it comes to definitely making live streams and whatnot. Anyways, this video is going to be me talking about the spring anime of 2013. Not all the spring anime, just certain ones that I'm watching right now. I'm not watching like a whole bunch of them. I mean, there's only around 4 or 5, I would say, that interest me most that I'm actually pretty much watching right now. So I guess we'll get to the first one, and that is the one that's gonna get the most hype, the one that's gonna get all the dick writing, of course, which is the most incredibly popular of all. It's one of the most top-selling mangas. I mean, close to One Piece, of course. And making it into anime adaptation, you know where this is gonna be, leading up to way more hype expectation levels and whatnot. First of all, when I actually was about to watch this anime, I wasn't. Let me get sorry, I'm stuttering a bit. Again, it's unscripted. Let me do a little background check. I'm not a fan of the manga. I've never read the manga. I've been hearing people keep recommending me, oh, read Attack on Titan, man. Read Attack on Titan. Read Attack on Titan. Well, I haven't gotten to that yet because I've been busy reading other stuff right now. So I wanted to read it, but it's I don't know if it interests me that much. I mean, the premise did sound cool about, I didn't really get what it was about. Okay, here's the problem. The problem is, I didn't get what the series was basically about. Why is it so awesome? It's just awesome, because people didn't explain to me why this series was so good. They just said, like, you gotta read the manga, and I'm like, okay, but why? Like, what is it about? What's the story about? What's the character development? Like, I gotta know all these things if I wanna, just either read it or watch it or whatever. So, naturally, the anime adaptation did finally come out, and I did actually watch the first episode. Well, now I'm caught up with the first 2 episodes that premiered, and at first, I didn't think this show was going to be that great. Like, I was like, alright, let's see how this goes, and, whatever. I read the story plot, and I finally found out what it's about. I'm like, okay, it sounds kind of interesting, so we'll check it out. The very beginning of it, when it does the introduction, I mean, not the opening, I'm talking about for the first episode. Holy freaking shit. Is it like, damn, like, I didn't expect from all this to actually come up with all this, like, incredible information that just spat around your face. It's like, whoa, okay then. I wasn't expecting something like that. And then we get to the opening, which is, of course, I can't say any words, actually, to be honest with you. I have no words to describe it. It's just over the top. It is way over the top to make it seem like I am the god of all animes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very, very goddamn epic, to be honest with you. It is the most overpowered, overhyped anime opening I've seen in a very, very long time. Usually when you get anime openings, you're usually like either this like, J-rock song or J-pop song, or when you're your typical J-pop catchy songs that you'll get stuck in your head for a while, but then it's like, oh, whoa, there's another opening right there that's going to get stuck in my head, and I'll just push that one to the side. This I can't even describe the amount of creativity this opening is. It's like it just goes over the top. Like the music, it actually fits what's going on, and that's the main thing. It fits what's going on with the scenery, and it really shocked me, to be honest. It's like you got this over the top, dun 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 dun, like this over the top orchestra music, and I'm like, whoa, this is like the King of Thrones, only with giants and shit. This is actually all right. I'm digging this. Wow, I'm really liking this intro a lot. Now I can see why people are getting on the whole dick riding level when it comes to this anime. So it's like, alright. You won me over for that one, anime. So I watched the rest of the episode, thinking, like, at first, I didn't care for the main character that much. I was like, alright, this is how it's gonna be then. You know, whatever, boring, I don't really care for it. Like, it's just not... You get this incredible amount of information right in your face, then you get the opening, which is, like, mind-blowing. Then you go into the beginning of the episode, it's like, what's going on? Where's the action? Where's the war that's going on? Where's these giant-ass motherfuckers that are, like, crashing the walls and shit? Well, we don't get to that to the middle of the end of the episode. And I was like, okay, I mean, don't get me wrong, the character wasn't so bad. I mean, yeah, I've seen these kind of characters before, so it's like, okay, I was like, whatever, I'll see how this goes. I was like, the character did kind of annoy me. I'm gonna be honest, the main character did kind of annoy me at first. I was like, alright, whatever. Then all of a sudden when we got to the meat and grind of this episode, and I say that with all terms, when it came to the middle, the end of this episode, when the giants actually, because they were thinking, like, if we're behind these walls, we're always going to be safe from these titans, these giant titans that pretty much go aboard beyond the wall outside the areas where they pretty much evade everywhere else. Yeah, they thought so. They knew if they only would know how powerful these titans are. How powerful are they? Well, we still don't know the exact mystery of it yet. People keep telling me to read the manga to find out, and I have a feeling we're going to get more answers as we go in the following episodes. Now, I don't know if this anime is going to be either a 12 or 13 episode anime adaptation, or if it's going to be 26 episodes. That I don't know of yet. I guess I got to find out when the anime is getting closer to the 13th or the 12 episode mark or whatever. Yeah, so then when something actually happens, when we actually see these titans in action, it's like, yo, it's like you got like this one retarded looking one with this like giant ass ray face, like, it's like, what? Like, it's funny, but it's kind of disturbing. Like, it's disturbingly retarded. Let's just put it that way. It's disturbingly retarded. Oh my god. And it's pretty much like, then you get all these people like, we're gonna defend our land and shit. It's like, they're battling, and it's like crazy as hell. People are getting eaten, yes, literally eaten, like Big Man from One Piece, like eating people. Like, it's crazy. It is just crazy as hell. Then, if you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video, but I will spoil something very quick. I'm sorry to be a dick, but I will spoil something at the end. When the main character's mom dies, like, the way they were trying to save her was like, okay, I will admit I do kind of feel for them now. It's like, alright, maybe I will start to like this character, sort of. Because he proves that he does want to become, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the character much, but he seems like too much of the Avenger type, like your typical, I will avenge this land, I will kill them all, like, your typical warrior Avenger guy. I'm not going to say who it is from the Uchiha clan, but you know who I'm talking about. I'm just saying. I'm just saying is all. And if it's someone like that, then fuck this series. Then I already dealt with one person, going after revenge already. I don't need another one. Anyways, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for that. Shelby will, but I'm just saying is all. So, anyways, overall, the first episode just amazed me overall. Like, at first, it didn't amaze me too much, but then when it got to the actual heavy key points at the end of the episode, it was actually pretty good. Second episode, it wasn't so bad either. I mean, at least we get like, at least we get more development for the characters. Like, at least now we can understand why he wants to take revenge. His mother got killed, and he also, it's not just, okay, well, now we found out that in the second episode, it's not really just about, like, revenge and whatnot. He really just wants to know what is causing these Titans to go insane, and he won't stop until he finds out. Even if he has to kill one of them, he will still find out what's making these Titans going, like, apeshit insane. And there's one that's like a freaking, like Gundam, or just like a powerful, like, I don't know, it's like this one giant, this one Titan, he's like, yeah, and he's like doing this, and he's like a goddamn football player, like crashing through the walls. It's like, it's kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, it's insane. Like, now I'm actually starting to kind of like the show a lot, but we'll see. Hopefully it grows on me, and if it doesn't, then yeah, whatever. But overall, I do say it's a pretty intensively epic anime. I will say that for a fact. Does it go over the top? Yes, it does, but, we'll see how it goes when I watch more of it. It's not so bad, but hopefully it'll keep up. There are times where the pacing is a little slow, which, it's like, whatever, but then when you get some more beyond points of the episode, it just gets pretty crazy. Especially now, since he joined that army group or whatever it is. I forget the name of it. Don't judge me. I don't read the manga. I don't know any of these names, so don't hate me on that. So yeah, it's crazy. I can't describe anything but just crazily epic. That's all I gotta say about it. So yeah, let's just go on to another anime I've been watching for the spring anime lineup. And yes, I will keep watching. However, if shit does start to get pretty damn not good, or just completely shitty, then I'll just say whatever. But, I haven't passed the 4th episode mark, so we'll see what happens with that. Maybe the pacing will get better, maybe the pacing won't be as slow, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the ball will, well, maybe we'll keep the ball rolling in the 3rd episode, because this is the next arc, I guess you can say, because the first episode said part 1, the second episode said like part 2 of this, I forget the name of it. See, the names of this is like pretty hard for me to remember. This village or whatever. I think there's going to be some kind of time skip in the 3rd episode, if I could tell from the preview, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, it's still pretty intense, still pretty epic. I know it's hard for me to describe this anime too much, but again, I'm not too familiar with the manga. I mean, people, and it's like, okay, if you don't read the manga, just watch the anime. It's like, alright, maybe I should read the manga to get more into of this series, but we'll see what happens. But it's still pretty entertaining, I will say that. So anyways, moving on to the next anime. Next is Carnival, or Carnival. Carnival, I think it's, yeah, Carnival. Carnival, I will say, is pretty damn cool. I'm actually starting to like Carnival a lot. And it doesn't go, again, like Attack of the Titans, like, too over the top. This is actually pretty damn enjoyable, because if you like animes, I would say, like Black Butler, for example, then you might actually like something like this. Except that this time around, it doesn't just involve, like, stuff, like mysteries around the actual Phantom Hive, mansions, and the Phantom Hive family, and like all this this conservation and like all that stuff. Like, this actually has to do, it reminds me of Black Butler, only more shonen. Like, yeah, it's kind of like Black Butler, only more shonen-ish. Like, you got like all these like high-class carnival people. You got this one dude that could do like a whip attack. There's one like the whip lion tamer thing. There's like a one that's like an acrobat with a sword and shit. Like, they got all these crazy carnival. It's pretty much shonen with carnival powers, pretty much, and it's pretty cool actually. And this like organization called Circus and whatnot. It's actually pretty cool. I watched the first 2 episodes. Oh, and the opening, right? The opening is pretty damn good. I love the opening to this series. Like, it's definitely on the top 5 of spring anime openings. It is that damn good. It's very good. It will kind of get stuck in your head. And again, it reminds me of Black Butler with this overcool rock intro. It reminds me of the second Black Butler opening. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Black Butler 2's opening, except a little more different, but still cool, though. I like the style of it. The style, I don't know if it's the same creator. It looks like the same creator, only this time it's not taking place in the 18th century. This takes place, I think, in modern, yeah, it takes place in modern times, actually. And the best part is Funimation actually does the streaming to these episodes, so this could be a key point, that Funimation could get the license to this series, and when it comes dubbed, oh, I'm buying this, because this series so far, it's pretty damn good. Then maybe one of these days I'll check out the manga. Ending-wise wasn't so bad. A little bit too, I would say for the ladies out there, especially, if you like the yaoi and shit, then it's kind of like that sort of. And if you like Ouran High School Host Club, it kind of reminds me of that kind of ending, or just that style in general. It's kind of reminds me of. Anyways, yeah. Overall, it's a pretty good series. I'm enjoying it for what it is. Like the group circus and all these like crazy powers, like especially from that especially for that young kid. And they always want to find out about this other kid named, I forget the names again. I mean, I'm sorry if I keep forgetting names here, but it's just too awesome. Actually, I've been checking. I'll rewatch the series again when it comes out dubbed, but it's pretty good so far. Like, I'm enjoying the characters so far. I'll get the names again in the third episode, but yeah, overall, it's a pretty good series. I'm liking the action. I do like the mysteries behind this organization and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Again, it reminds me of Black Butler, only shonenness. And that's all I really gotta say about that. So yeah, the voice acting, of course, is spot on as well. So the voice acting wise is pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Funimation I think is also doing Attack on Titans. Sometimes they stream that too. So if you want to check that out, go to their. I think it's the Spring Anime podcast or something like that, and you can watch them there. At least some of them that I know of that they license. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. Oh, this one's awesome. Devil Survivor. Devil Survivor 2. Come on, Devil Survivor. Before I swear. Okay, this never happened before, I swear. I don't know what's going on my computer today, but anyways, I'm trying to make a cool background here. Oh, thank you. Okay, Devil Survivor 2, the animation, is actually pretty damn good. I have watched the first 2 episodes, and in case you're not a big fan of the Shin Megami Tensei series of the video games, Devil Survivor is based on the Shin Megami Tensei video game series, and the way they do it kind of does remind me of Persona 4 pretty much. Now, again, I have played the game back on the DS, so I know kind of what to expect. Except unless they change some stuff, which I don't think so. I watched the first episode and it plays out exactly like the video game. Except, of course, you don't get any cutscenes in the video game, because on the DS it's just like a 2D game, and you get little 2D little cutscenes here and there. When in this, it's actually fully animated, so this is actually what makes it good and unique. Plus, it's not like, Persona 4, the animation, where they reuse the soundtrack from the game and whatnot. This is actually its own original soundtrack. Well, the game, I think, OST maybe. I don't remember too much, but I know it's definitely, the opening's definitely original, so is the ending, so I know that for a fact. Anywho, the story itself, when it comes to this, kind of reminds me of Persona, where you basically make a contract to either survive or die, and it's just like pretty much this struggle for survival when it comes to whatchamacallit. I have played the game. I'm just trying to remember. I do remember it's like Persona, where pretty much you get all these like abilities of like this like little like app program on the on your smartphone, your iPhone, whatever, where it pretty much interacts your own death. It kind of reminds you, in other words, like the Midnight Channel in Persona 4, where it pretty much does this like event, except it's different because in Persona 4, it's not really real. It's more like an illusion, like a fake. It's pretty much like just like someone's darker personality portrayed the TV. But with this, it's more like also like no. Think of it also as compare that movie. Final Destination, there we go. It's also like Final Destination, where pretty much it's like, okay, like it's not like a video. Well, it's pretty much like someone could see the vision of someone's death, and then all of a sudden it's like it plays out right before their eyes, exactly as they're predicting their death, or just like seeing it as its vision of somebody's death, like the powers that they got in Final Destination and in that series of the movie. It kind of reminds me of Final Destination mixed with Persona, pretty much. Think of it as that way. That's the best way I can describe it. Overall, it's a pretty good series. I highly recommend checking it out if you're a big Shin Megami Tensei fan, especially of the Devil Survivor series, and if you like the Persona series as well, especially the anime version, then you might want to check this one out as well. It's definitely worth it. Next is Hayaka Rurouni Samurai Bride. In other words, instead of Samurai Girls, it's Samurai Bride. It's pretty much the sequel to Samurai Girls. Now, I know the Insane Game Freak Adolf definitely knows this anime because he reviewed it. And I also have this anime as well. I believe I reviewed it. I don't remember if I did. Nope, I don't think I don't remember if I reviewed this anime. I might have did. I just don't remember if I reviewed it. I might have did. I gotta look back at it. My memory's a little fuzzy. But I do remember watching the very first series. In fact, I actually have the first series on DVD. Okay, so anyways, I got interrupted there. My freaking Steam chat room went off. Anyways, yeah. So overall, this sequel so far is pretty interesting so far. It does start off a lot more better than the first series did. And this time it doesn't really have too much fan service. Unlike the first one, yes, this one doesn't have too much fan service. Jubei is still a pretty much cool samurai character, and the story itself is pretty interesting. I mean, I will say that it does have a more interesting premise than like, oh hey, all these samurai, girls were just like here to protect this dojo or something like that. The story itself is pretty interesting, and yes, it does have contain fan service here and there. It's still pretty interesting. Action-wise, it's not so bad. The animation, the style-wise, is pretty good for this series. The whole samurai color art style, and also the comedy in here is pretty funny as well. Not just, fan service comedy, but just regular comedy in general is funny. So yeah, this series is worth checking out, but I would kind of recommend watching the first series if you want to get to know the characters more. So that's all I really gotta say on that. Oh, you all saw this one coming. The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Japanese dub. The last one to add on the spring anime lineup. As a fellow brony as I am, you would have figured this was going to be coming. Also, the comparison between the Japanese and English thoughts. Now, I was going to make a separate video on this, making my so-called review on this on my Straw Hat Ninja 89 account, but I'll also give my thoughts here as well. Overall, what I think of this Japanese adaptation isn't so bad. It's actually pretty good compared to the original. I think my only little tiny nitpick is that they kind of skip certain key scenes from the original English version. When it comes to like episode 1 especially, because episode 1 had pretty much some that I didn't notice until I saw another video on YouTube showing all the cuts. I was like, wow, really? I didn't even realize that, because that, again, it's been a while since I watched the first episode, so I didn't really notice it until now. The only time I notice it is at the very end of the episode, like getting close to the end, and that's technically it. That's the only time I noticed there was a cut there. Right, voice actor wise, I really did like Twilight Sparkle's voice actress is pretty good. Her voice is pretty much almost as close to the original as possible. Spike's isn't so bad. It's a decent boy voice. I guess I have to get used to it. It's okay, but it could have been kind of better. Applejack's is pretty damn good. I like Applejack's, yeehaw, like phrase in the Japanese dub. I also like the tomboyish accent they kind of gave her in this. It wasn't so bad. It was pretty good. Rarity's was also most favorite of mine. Is definitely also Rarity. Rarity's voice was absolutely spot on. Definitely a spot on. Would have to be Rarity's voice actress. It pretty much captures the English version quite well, actually, especially when it comes to her obsession with fashion and whatnot and her designs. Rainbow Dash, it's okay. It could have been better. I did watch the second episode. It does improve a little bit, but not as much. Fluttershy's, again, another favorite of mine was definitely Fluttershy's. Definitely spot on, especially when it comes to the cute shyness in the Japanese version. It's like, oh god, the cuteness. It burns. And then finally, also we get to Pinkie Pie. My number one favorite has to be Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie was spot on perfectly. And just imagine Pinkie Pie, the same voice actress as the American version, only speaking in Japanese. Yeah. It is that damn crazy. It is that damn fucking crazy. Next we also go to Nightmare Moon. And her voice was actually pretty good. I like Nightmare Moon's voice actress. I know she's the same voice. I just realized this now. I looked it up, and it's the same voice as Anko from Naruto/Naruto Shippuden. So that's pretty cool. And I know Twilight Sparkle's done many other ones, like Psycho from High School, The Dead, and whatnot. So a lot of famous ones on certain ponies. Not all of them, just like certain ones. Not like all the characters. Celestia's voice, Celestia's voice is pretty good. It's pretty much spot on. She's in a lot of Metal Gear games as most of the bosses, and she also is in All My Goddess as well. She's in other animes too. Especially Fluttershy. Fluttershy was really surprised with
Blair from Soul Eater and that Cat Nico thing from Magica Magica. So that was kind of random. Where and Rainbow Dash, damn it should have been the voice of Naruto. I'm sorry, I think Naruto's voice actors are one of those that do the tomboys, or I mean not tomboys, just like the boy voice with girls. Would have been pretty good. I would have liked something like that to do Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash isn't so bad, but I still gotta get accustomed to it. Everything else is pretty much spot on. Episode 2, there wasn't really too much. Just like one or two scenes, but it's not really that important, so it's like, you know what, whatever. The rest of it, though, was pretty good. I mean, well, actually, no, the only thing they cut out was the whole "It was under E" from episode 2, where Twilight Sparkle, when Pinkie Pie found the Elements of Harmony encyclopedia. Well, Twilight Sparkle obviously didn't find it, Pinkie Pie did. Right, overall, it's pretty good. I didn't watch episode 3, which I know that came out already, but I'll watch it maybe like later on, hopefully when it gets subbed. Even though I kind of already know what it's, gonna be. And I'm also gonna see if the other person made that video with the cuts and see what I've not noticed and whatnot. Which is, what, the Ticketmaster? I think I know, and I also noticed there's also some changes of names as well. Like, the Evergreen Forest has now turned into the Forest of No Return. Which, that I will defend, actually makes sense, because the Forest of No Return sounds more threatening than the Evergreen Forest. It sounds like a really beautiful Central Park or something like that. It sounds like a park you can just go around and just enjoy the scenery, and it's just something nice to enjoy. Like, very beautiful, breathtaking scenery. The Forest of No Return sounds more threatening, more creepy. A forest that's filled with creatures and goblins, and you get the idea. Yeah. The Apple Farm. No, I think it's just called the Apple Farm. It's not called the. I know it's called the Apple Farm. I think they named it differently. Was it the Apple Orchard? I think it was called here. I don't remember. And I know the Apple Farm is in the Japanese version. I don't know. It's like weird. The names are like mixed up. Other than that, there are some name changes here and there. I can't wait till they get to the actual songs, because as we all know, the songs in MLP are very memorable, very enjoyable, and I really hope that the Japanese actresses can nail it. So far, I really have faith in them, because we heard Giggle at the Ghosties from Pinkie Pie, and beautiful job. Just beautiful job. Definitely loved it. So I really think I have faith when it comes to the other ones like Winter Wrap Up and whatnot. The main songs, not like little bits. And rarities are the dress that I can't wait for. So I can't wait. Not to mention some of these people are from a Japanese pop band. So yeah. So yeah. Overall, when it comes to the actual adaptation, oh, I forgot to mention we get an actual opening and an ending. Like an actual a minute and 30-second opening, unlike with cartoon versions, just My Little Pony and shit like that. While this is actually more like an actual Japanese opening, and it fits. It's actually really good. Granted, it's a little lazy. Like it just feels like they just printed like a bunch of clips of episodes and but that again, what can they really do? They can't make their own animation version. It'll be kind of hard to do. I mean, they could. That again, there is going to be a manga, which it has been confirmed. There is going to be pony manga. So, I mean, MLP manga. Oh, I am so ready for that. Let's go, man. Let's go. But it's not here, so we're not going to go. Fuck. So, anyways, what was I going to say again? Oh, yeah. So, it was really hard for them to work with it, but I liked it. The song itself, very good. Love the song itself. I can't even get out of my head. It's definitely on the top anime openings of spring. It's on one of the top 5 or top 10 that I could think of. It's very good. I really like it a lot. And the ending song too is not so bad. Like the ending credits I kind of like better. The ending song itself is also pretty good, and the credits itself is pretty good too. How it just shows like different character profiles, and the credits are more colorful, unlike with the actual our version. It's just a black screen with text on it. So it's like, yeah, it definitely improves. Like Japan, why does your opening and ending blow ours out of the water? Why, Japan? Why? God damn you, Japan. God damn it. You get everything so good. But, yeah. I wonder... I believe that the pony craze is definitely going to spread all around just like One Piece is in Japan. So think of you can also think of it as MLP as the One Piece here in America. It is that damn popular. So yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say on that. I mean, I know it's a weird reference, but I'm just saying as all. So yeah, that concludes my little thoughts on some of the spring anime that I found interesting that I'm still gonna watch. Again, let me know what is your favorite spring anime. I wanna know. Let me know in the comment section below. What is your favorite spring anime? What are you watching right now, and what do you think is your most favorite out of the spring anime? To me, my most favorites would have to be Carnival, Devil Survivor 2, Attack on Titan, and the Japanese version of MLP. The Samurai Bride thing is decent. Oh yeah, and the Samurai Bride thing, and that's technically it. Those are the only five that I found pretty much interesting out of the whole spring anime, pretty much. Even though MLP doesn't count too much as that, but it's still close enough because it is part of the Japanese anime lineup. So yeah, overall, tell me guys what you think is your favorite. Besides the ones here, you can name other ones too that are there as well. Let me know in the comment section below, or with a video response or whatever. Don't forget, of course, to rate, comment, subscribe, and enter City. I am Straw Hat Ninja 89. Over and out. See you on the bounce. Peace out, and remember, anime and manga fans, keep supporting what you're reading, what you watch, and peace the fuck out. And for Annie3 City, don't forget to watch not just my channel, but also Annie3 City as well. Our anime group is doing pretty good. I know we haven't been providing too much content in a while, but we're trying to get back onto that. So in the meantime, I decided to do this to get my thoughts and put on here. So it is something anime manga related, so it fits on here. So anyways, later guys. Signing out for reals.